Hi, I'm Jude Delmar. In 1980, I was in med school in San Antonio when I got the word that my dad was hospitalized in Corpus with chest pain. So loaded up the family. That was Frank Hill, my ex, my son, myself, and we drove on down. By the time we got there, he was gone, and so no goodbyes. Funeral happened on the way back, about halfway home, just out of the universe. This song came through. Words, the melody, piano in the background, Bandit Time. It was complete except for the bridge. Frank wrote the bridge years later after his last wife left him, and that's kind of his pain, but it's not mine. For me, the song has always been a talisman and a message from my dad that you don't always get what you want in terms of your future. You don't always get to say goodbye to those you love. It says to hold on to things that are dear to you and your memories and live life. Even more so now that I see Frank and time is stealing his memory. So for the people that hear the song, perform the song, take that message to heart, and thank you, Papa.
Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, need a tuner. You don't need a tuner. You got. There you go. Almost.
God dang it, Frank Hill, he's truly one of the last cosmic cowboys. He's one of the last cowboy poets, but it's Frank Hill is real. He's never played the same song, the same everything, but everything he does is by design. His vocalizations, every single strum.
Somebody's got a pick for the playing
he's Frank Hill, and he's the healthiest 81-year-old, period, and he's got the finest attitude of any human I've ever met.
For the playing folks, so y'all gonna know you're the star. We don't need no fancy melody, Lord, hot licks don't if somebody will pick for the plain folks, everybody can sing aloud. Life is like a circle, there's two sides to it.
Well, okay, my first time in Kerrville was K2, and that was still in the auditorium in town. Okay, that auditorium, I don't know whether it holds more than 800 people or not, but that'd be my best guess in the moment. And that's when I first heard Gary P. Nunn, and I first heard Townes Van Zandt, and Peter Darrow was there, and I thought, my God, man, what in the world is going on here? This Puff the Magic Dragon on stage with some people, some of whom just are not ever going to go anywhere in all of this, and those that do will be the luckiest ones in the world for having been introduced first by Puff the Magic Dragon, right? I mean, that kind of situation, you know, that's like going home and showing your grandkids the baseball glove that DiMaggio autographed for me. Okay? You know, I mean, that's a big deal. So.
Frank Hill. Yeah, I heard a lot about Frank Hill before I ever met him. His legend preceded him. I knew he'd been coming to the festival for a long time. I heard more about his guitar than I heard about him at first.
Well, the rest of my life, I'm not ever going to see anybody that's got a better guitar than I do. Roy Smeck Stage Deluxe. Roy Smeck Stage Deluxe is one of the very first brands that had somebody else's name on it except Gibson. One of those others was Nick Lucas. Now, Roy Smeck was known for his guitar, and Nick Lucas was known for his own guitar. And Nick was an internationally noted jazz guitarist from beginning in the late 20s into the 30s, and this is a 38. And I can tell that for sure because of the D that's imprinted on the headstock up here. That is 38. Also up here in red ink, however they got red ink back in those days, I don't know, was a 010. And that means number 2 of the 2 that Nick Lucas ordered and had made for his own use and performance. And I see just recently now, Gibson is putting this out. Roy Smeck Stage Deluxe with this inlay.
Right.
And I'll never forget, about a year or so, maybe even 3 or 4 years old, after that second Kerrville Folk Festival, in a conversation with somebody, Rod already said, "Well, yeah, thank you, sir. You know, there is, it's true, there's very little folk music at the Kerrville Folk Festival." And I said to myself, Frank, that's going to take the rest of your life if you take that on, Frank. Well,
And the history he carries around in his head. And I thought, I need to know more. I need to sit around in a circle with him, and I finally did. And when I did, I understood that he's a lot more than I first thought. He goes deep. He goes deep. The songs that he does are, I don't know, Kerrville roots music, I guess you could say. It's just a lot of it is the heart and soul of his festival. He knows people that were involved from the start, and he shares a love for this festival that a lot of us share, and that's important to me because this festival is important to me. Old time is a bandit, time is a thief. Of the years he will rob you, of the moments he'll cheat. Stop the world on its axis for that one special smile, or the glance of a lover, or the laugh of a child.
old time is a bandit. Time It's the thief of the years, he will rob you. Your moments he'll cheat. Stop the world on its axis just for one special smile, for the glance of a lover or the laugh of a child. If I had a genie and a lantern of gold, I would not ask for pleasure nor fortune untold. Please, don't give me power nor the sweet gift of rhyme. If you'll grant me 3 wishes, make each one of them time. Where are the moments, the hours, the days, months into years that stole me away? Poets aren't beggars, outlaws are few, and time is the bandit that stole me from you. My granddaddy was a cowboy. He rode that western range, drove cattle north on Chisholm's Trail till the coming of the trains fenced in the plains and the prairies, took the land away from men. Now, there's freeways, towns, and cities everywhere he's been. He was born in Hannibal, Missouri, 1849. Grew up on the Mississippi River in them compromising times. Fought for the South in the Civil War years of his early teens, and then rode that steamboat whistle right on down to New Orleans. I heard tales of nights in jail. He was a rounder in those days, and it's been said a man is dead because of his rough and rowdy ways. So he lit out west for Texas, tried to find himself that claim, but he never would have made it if he hadn't got a stake from Frank and Jesse James. Hooked up with them longhorned ranchers, punching cattle for his keep, busting ponies, breaking phonies, never losing a wink of sleep. Rode from Texas clear to old Cheyenne, at least that's how the story goes. Said since Custer fell, ain't nothing for a man except to plow them furrowed roads. He was already old when I come along. Deep years of depression, but the songs that he sang and stories he told etched lifelines of impression. Showed me that rifle that he won in Dodge, made me a rubber gun. We'd go visiting some old Indian lodge, and I played with Lone Wolf's grandson. Of course, he'd been gone a long time now, since the summer I was 11. One day, it just come his time, almost 99, 1947. Through the years, as I recollect, I gotta follow that dream where a man must fail and stay out of jail as he rides off into the green. My granddaddy was a cowboy. I always thought he'd win. Now, there's freeways, towns, and cities everywhere he's been.
Well, we were talking about Frank, and especially that song, Time as a Bandit. There are some insights and some interesting things. And of course, Frank, as a person, is a very interesting man. He's lived a very interesting life and had tremendous experiences in that late 50s, 60s time in Southeast Asia and a lot of experiences in the military, but amazing stories to tell. And of course, he's been a part of the music community in Austin and at Kerrville for many years. He was here when I first came in '84, and I can remember his voice carrying out across the campground. So a lot of good times with Frank, absolutely.
I am my brother's keeper. I keep his spirit in my soul. When he speaks to me, I listen. That's how I've come to know. We are born as equals, sisters, brothers of the blood, since before the time of Abraham, the Bible, and the flood. Down the coast from Delphi, in a grotto by the sea, women of the village have for 60 centuries kept the flame aflicker in a ring of native stone to celebrate the victory of flesh and blood and bone. Blessed by the triple goddess, Holy Virgin, Mother, Crone, origin of worship, agriculture, settled home, inventors of the writings found on pots and shards of clay. Third standard deviation kin to linear A. In some ancient forest circle, holy shamans gather round. One of them is speaking, and the lesson is profound. Cooperation will out-over competition in the end. May not be tomorrow, and he can't say exactly when. Old time is a bandit. Time is a thief. Of the years he will rob you. Your moments he'll cheat. Stop the world on its axis just for one special smile, for the glance of a lover, or the laugh of a child. If I had a genie and a lantern of gold, I would not ask for pleasure or for fortune untold. Please don't give me power, nor the sweet gift of rhyme. If you grant me 3 wishes, make each one of them time.
Old time is a bandit. Time is a thief. of the years he will rob you, of the moments he'll cheat. Stop the world on its axis for one special smile, for the glance of a lover, or the laugh of a child. If I had a genie in a lantern of gold, I would not ask for pleasure or fortune untold. Please don't give me power or the sweet gift of rhyme. If you grant me 3 wishes, make each one of them time. Where are the moments, the hours, the days, months into years, stole me away? Poets aren't beggars, and outlaws are few. Time is the bandit, stole me from you.
I never wanted to be a big star. I never wanted to be even a medium level person known. All I wanted to do was put these things together and sing them for myself. You know what I mean? And that's, except for the Kerrville Folk Festival, that's somewhere between 82 and maybe 86% accurate. Nobody knows who Frank Hill is. I can go to Denver, Colorado, and ain't nobody there gonna know. Shit, I can go to El Paso, Texas, and nobody there gonna know. Now, it's come to the point I go to Lukenbach, Texas, and nobody knows me anymore. I get out my copy of Volume 1, Number 1 of the Lukenbach Moon. Okay, my picture's in there twice. They just can't believe it. And then, of course, there's the back wall of the bar.
So if this is the most famous thing Frank Hill's known for, what is it?
Patience. Patience. No, sweetheart, it don't have to be exactly correct any time that it's the first time. You always have additional opportunities, and that's ever so much more than another chance.
Somebody's got a pick for the plain folks on banjo or guitar. Somebody's got a pick for the plain folks, so y'all gonna know you're the star. We don't need no fancy melodies, Lord, hot licks don't make the song. If somebody will pick for plain folks, everybody can sing along. Life is like a circle, there's two sides to every line. If you ain't nothing but just plain folks, you're welcomed inside of mine. And I don't give a damn about the color of a man, politics or the length of your hair. It's your heart and your ear and your voice rising clear puts me